Okay, should be good now. There we go. Forgot because I had to reinstall everything yesterday that it wasn't working, but it's good now. My bad. So stupid. There we go. Everything should be good now. About that. Yeah, everything should be good now. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, I forgot to get notifications up. Meant to set that up for this stream. What's up, Joe? Yeah, I had problems with my editing software because of Windows 10, because Windows 10 sucks. Went into Deep Daddy Mike voice. But Windows 10 screwed up my editing software, so I was like, oh, this sucks. So I tried to go back, because that's what I did before. I went back and it fixed it, like I went to a previous version of Windows 10. Did that, PC couldn't start up, had to start in safe mode, fix everything, had to reinstall Windows 10, and then that still doesn't fix the problem of Sony Vegas not working. So the entirety of yesterday, all my free time, which sucks, it was my day off, I was just looking up how to fix Sony Vegas until like 2 in the morning last night. I tweeted as soon as I figured it out. I found out it was the Matrox codecs that was screwing everything up, and I found that out by because of Premiere Pro. I download Premiere Pro. I'm like, guess it's time to do a new editing software since Sony Vegas isn't working. And then when I did that, that wasn't working either. I'm like, why is this not working? So I searched up fixes for that, and it was the Matrox codecs. I'm like, I wonder if that would fix Sony Vegas too, and it did. So long, boring story short, stupid crap happened. Now I can make videos again. But yeah. So we're going to talk about this whole Batman being an atheist thing, because it got blown out of proportion, which happened in this issue, which, by the way, it's a 3-issue story arc. It's really, really good. It's a good palate cleanser for what happened with the whole Bat and Cat wedding, you know, that everyone was all anticipating, and there was like a 50,000 variant covers for it, and everyone was all excited. I was excited for it too. I was like, Batman's finally going to get married, and then they canned it, and Tom King was like, no, it is a 100-issue story arc. You guys need to be ready for that. 50 more issues for the 100-issue story arc. It's like, yeah, that's some BS. So here we get a legitimately good story. It's really good. And then, well, he's not even an atheist, but yeah, you're right. It's not as important as everyone's making it out to be. But it just was mainly a clickbait title. That was all it was. It was basically a bunch of sites like Nerdist and stuff clickbaiting it, being like, oh my gosh, Batman's an atheist, blah blah, and then they're just like, look how cool it is that Batman's an atheist, and then everyone that's like super religious gets upset and will complain on Twitter and be like, oh, I'm not gonna read that book because Batman's an atheist and blah blah, which makes no sense. But yeah, what is with you and G Fuel Soundwave? Calm down. But anyways, the book's really good. Spoilers for it if you haven't read it, you should. I'll be spoiling stuff. The premise of it is there's a jury that's set up to decide if Mr. Freeze is guilty or not, because Mr. Freeze is supposedly behind the killing of some girls, and they didn't know. They just found some dead bodies of some girls, and the GCPD couldn't figure it out. Their coroner had no clue what's going on, and then Batman comes in and is like, oh, well, there's this, like, their brain is like 1,000 degrees below zero or whatever. It's like, it's super cold. That must be Mr. Freeze. And so he went and he beats the living crap out of Mr. Freeze, like goes way overboard, like absolutely brutality, destroys him. Like, dang, it was insane how much. And by the way, Lee Week's art is so good. I missed Lee Week's art. We're going back to like Michael Jalen on the book, which sucks because Michael Jalen's an okay artist, but Lee Weeks is a top tier artist, so not having him on here kind of disappointing. What's up, Oliver? But so yeah, so basically there's this jury put together, and Bruce Wayne is on the jury, and everyone's like, oh, Batman's always a good guy, Batman's always right, so obviously Mr. Freeze is guilty. And then Bruce Wayne's the one guy who's like, no, I'm gonna say no, and he presents this whole like theory and argument saying there is a reasonable doubt that Mr. Freeze didn't do it, and that he only confessed because of the fear of that Batman put into him. And there's this one lady on the jury that's like very religious, and she's got like a cross necklace and all that, which apparently makes you super religious. And she's like, I've been going to church for 20 years. Do you believe in God? To Bruce. Bruce is like, I used to. And you think it's going to be this whole, oh, I used to, then my parents died, then I didn't believe in anything, and I became like, blah, 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 I'm just hardened inside. But that's not what it is. He's talking about after everything that happened with his parents and the years that went by, when Batman came around, Batman was like his god. Batman was this guy that he believed in, that was infallible, that could not make a mistake, that was always this steady rock. And then the more and more time went by, he realized that Batman wasn't God. He realized that there's a big difference between Batman and God. He realized that you can question Batman, that Batman is not perfect, that Batman is very far from perfect, and you need to question Batman and keep him on his toes. And that's what he talks about. And even on, I think, here, let me go to Twitter. I think even Tom King said on Twitter that he didn't put Batman as an atheist. Because here's my thing. With Batman being an atheist, I don't mind it because, well, one, he's always been a very, there's two sides to it. He's always been very skeptical of everything. The only thing that doesn't make sense is the fact that everything he's been through, he's literally met people who are gods. So that's the thing. But again, he's not an atheist. Like, it was just people blowing it out of proportion. Let me see. Tom King even said it somewhere about Batman being an atheist, I'm pretty sure. Let me just scroll and I'll just search it. Atheist. Yeah. Lots of people saying Batman 53, which I wrote, shows Batman is an atheist. That's not how I read that comic, but I don't think my reading of it is the most important one. And then I hope you read the whole thing for yourself and decide for yourself. This is also the ending of the book, which is awesome. And it quotes Job there, as you can see in the bottom. It says, then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head. He fell down upon the ground and worshipped. He said, naked come I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has, given away, and that taken away. And that's where, that's why Batman's back in his pre-New 52 suit. No longer the stupid, rebirth suit. Like, everyone, for the most part, had pretty cool rebirth suits. And then Batman got the stupid gold crest around it that looks stupid, that was trying to be a throwback to the yellow circle he used to have, but it just looked bad. Like, it's not the worst suit ever, but I don't care for Batman's rebirth suit. But yeah, how's the music in the background? Is it too loud? Not loud enough? Could it go up a little bit? Just trying to make sure everything's good. Probably turn it up a little bit, like right there. Yeah, right there's probably good. Yeah, Batman's rebirth suit, compared to everyone else, is not good. But yeah, basically, it was just a bunch of people like blowing it out of proportion, saying, oh, Batman's an atheist, when he's not. Because that's the only thing that doesn't make sense about Batman being an atheist, is the fact of the people he's met, like Constantine and stuff. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for him to be an atheist. That's the only thing. Doesn't mean he has to be like super religious and like pray every day or something like that. It's just he knows those things are out there because of what he's dealt with. But at the same time, like, if he was, I just think it all depends on character. Because I did see some people being like, I won't read this book or have my kids read it because Batman's an atheist. I'm like, that's kind of stupid. Like, I don't think Batman should be an atheist because of everything he's seen. Because of the fact that he knows, like, he's met little gods. He's, like, gone to a planet full of people called new gods. He's buddies with Constantine. Like, it doesn't make sense. But even if he was, I'd still read the book. And it all depends on the character. Because some characters make sense to be, like, religious and others not. Like, I wouldn't, like, for instance, there's a great moment at the end of Jason Aaron's Ultimate Captain America run, which was a miniseries. It was really good. He ends up beats the living crap out of Nuke. Like, just destroys him. Like, spits snake venom in his face. It's a really cool fight. And at the end, like, Nuke is just all beat up in a hospital bed, and Cap, Steve Rogers, is right next to his bed reading the Bible to him. Like, that fits perfectly with who Captain America is and his character. But if, like, Wolverine or Jonah Hex did that, that wouldn't make any sense. It'd be like, what? Why are you forcing this religious stuff on these characters that obviously doesn't fit? But for someone like Captain America, it does, because he is Captain America, and he sort of embodies the ideals of America, and America was founded on, like, Judeo-Christian values, so it makes sense for him to be a Christian. But for, like, someone like Jonah Hex or Wolverine, that wouldn't fly. I'd be like, that's retarded. But for someone like Captain America to do that, or like Superman, makes sense. So is Batman an atheist? No, Batman's not an atheist. If you read the book, he's not an atheist. It's clearly explaining that he's not. And also, the thing that I really love about this story is what's up, Bryce? It reminds you how interesting of a character Bruce Wayne is, because a lot of writers get obsessed with just writing the absolute dickhead that is Batman a lot of the time. You know how Batman's just this guy that a lot of people just see as a complete dickhead? Like, that's just what he is a lot of the time. So it's nice to get a reprieve from that, get some, to get a break and see Bruce Wayne. I like that. I thought it was cool. I like seeing Bruce Wayne. Like, Bruce Wayne was so, and I've got an ad on this music right now. Skip ad, 3, 2, 1, there we go. Music's by Lakey Inspired, by the way. You guys should check him out. I've used a lot of his music in the background. But, yeah, like, it's really good. It's a really good, interesting Bruce Wayne story. It's only 3 issues. You guys should pick it up. It's really good, especially if you want a palate cleanser for what the Bat and Cat Wedding was. If you want something like, yeah, man, I haven't read a good Batman comic in a while, read it. It's a good Bruce Wayne story. Not a good Batman comic. It's a good Bruce Wayne story. Did you like better? Also now the show being revived. Do you think Earth Mightiest Heroes will eventually get revived, or will Jeff Loeb and Disney still ignore fans unlike WB? I'm not sure. With Disney streaming service, anything could happen. They could bring back Earth's Mightiest Heroes. The only problem is with their cartoons, they've seemed very obsessed with connecting it all to the MCU, and Earth's Mightiest Heroes is so different to the MCU. So I don't know. All depends on that, like what they want to do there. So we can see I would be down. Your local comic game shop, Justice. That sucks. I know that feel. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching Clone Wars. I can't wait. Man, Resistance looks terrible. Granted, it's just one trailer. Who knows? Maybe it could be good. Either way, I hate the animation though. Sorry, there's a fly going around. But I hate the animation. Is just so bad. How do you go that bad with the animation? It's just not good whatsoever. Just But I saw some people be like, it's for kids. Why are you blah blah blah? Why are you getting mad about a kids show? And it's like, why are you so retarded that you think anything for kids has to be bad? Like, automatically people think that if it's for kids, it's gotta be of low quality and terrible and stupid. Like, what? Some of the best shows ever were kids shows. Last Airbender, Spectacular Spider-Man, Batman the Animated Series. All targeted for kids, all amazing shows. But it's for kids, so it's supposed to be stupid. It's like, I hate that argument. The last issue of Brian Edward Hill's Take Comics Day, Path of Motor Soul has been good for Batman comics. I heard his run's really good. I haven't checked it out yet. Yeah, for Resistance fakes, Rebels look amazing. You know what the animation for Resistance looks like? It looks like that Spider-Man show with Neil Patrick Harris. I can't remember the name of the show, but there was a Spider-Man show with Neil Patrick Harris. It's that style animation, and I hate it. It's somewhat similar to this. This was the animation for that show. I hated it because I like Neil Patrick Harris as Spider-Man. He's a good fit. But they had a show back in the day with Neil Patrick Harris as Spider-Man, and the animation was terrible. Now if we search up Star Wars. Yeah, look. It's similar. It's very similar. That's exactly what I thought when I saw it. And wow, is it similar. Did not mean to click that. You read Punisher #1? Yes, that's the only comic I've read today because I haven't been able to get to my comic shop, but that's not on my pull list, so I just bought it on Comixology. I'm like, oh, I'll just read it. It was pretty good. Every moment that Punisher's on screen, this is probably my favorite part. Here, let me move my camera out of the way real quick. Look at that. Look at that 9 panels. It looks so good. Where he's going up and down, where he's going up an elevator. Oh my gosh. That looks so good. I love it. Yeah. Maybe make myself a bit smaller so I don't cover up everything. But yeah, look how good that looks. But yeah, I bought this on Comixology because I haven't been able to make it to my comic shop and it's not on my pull list, so I'm not even sure if he'll have a copy of it. So I'm like, I'll just get it on Comixology. I'll go to my shop later this week or early next week. All depends when I got time. But yeah, I liked it. The thing was, it's a bit teasing because Punisher doesn't actually show up for like the first 11 pages. It's like, where's Punisher? Where's Punisher? The art also, see if I can get to a part, reminded me a lot of Alex Cal from G.I. Joe. Like when I looked at it, I was like, is this Alex Cal? It's not, but if this is Alex Cal right here from G.I. Joe. It looks very similar. The artist, the cover artist is Greg Smallwood, who's amazing. The issue's really good. I'm probably going to add it to my pull list because every moment that Punisher's on screen doing something like this, it's sick. He's on there just destroying people. Yeah, animation's terrible. See ya, Bryce. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm going to have to play some Battlefront soon because the fact that they just added the skins and Obi-Wan that we're going to be coming soon. It's going to be 35k each. I have like, I think 40-something K. Something like that. That's weird. But yeah, Punisher was pretty good. I was happy with it. I'm happy he's out of the War Machine armor. This part's still so good. I love this. It's so cool. Like, pulls out a gun, shoots these dudes, like starts reloading, kills that guy, dodges flamethrower, gets a knife, stabs that dude. Then he's just got blood on his hands. Like, look at the blood on his hands right there. They're advertising it says skins. Yeah, I saw them say like if you want all 3 skins, but there were only 2 skins. I was confused about that because they were like, oh, if you want all 3 skins, you'll have to have this much. But I only saw 2 skins. I'm like, what? I prefer physical comics. There's that great quote from Stan Lee that says, like, comics are like boobs. I like looking at them on a computer, but it's better to have one in your hand. And that's exactly it. Yeah, I've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was alright. Yeah, this comic's pretty good. I was happy with Punisher. Punisher, very good. Yeah, back to Star Wars Resistance. It's just... who wanted this? Who? Like, I hate to break it to the defenders of the show, but kids aren't retarded. Just to let you know, young kids don't just like something because it's stupid and trying to like force feed them something. Like, what device do you use to read digital comics? Just my computer. Phone's too small. Like, I got an S7, but it's too small. Like, if you had a Kindle or an iPad or something, I heard that's like the perfect device for it because it's like somewhat comic size. You just flip through. Everyone talks about how much they love that. That would be cool. I just don't have the money to spend on a tablet because that's literally all I would use it for is digital comics, and I don't read enough digital comics to care. Yeah, sure it can't be worse than the new Disney XD Spider-Man show. What is the Disney XD Spider-Man show? So you gonna Secret Origin recently? No problem, dude. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, I would take this animation over Resistance. At least this looks somewhat hand-drawn and not just like absolutely terrible. I'm not a fan of the animation. It looks really dumbed down. I hate that. I hate the need that all these people feel to like dumb everything down. Like, they feel like kids are stupid. Like, if you want kids to be stupid, then this is what you do. You don't challenge them and you dumb everything down. But do you want kids to be stupid? I don't think so. Like, don't you want shows that'll challenge kids a little bit and get them more interested instead of be like, huh, that man made funny joke and something exploded. Yeah, I'll watch Venom in theaters. I got the AMC Movie Pass thing. Their AMC A-list, so I watch whatever movie that interests me. I watch. It's $20 a month. I can see up to 3 movies a week. I watch any movie that interests me. So I saw the Meg. Meg was great. Yeah, everyone has animation. But like, again, back to my point. I absolutely hate the excuse that people give for kids shows. Like, it's not. These are shows that are meant for like 10 to 13-year-olds. It's not like shows that are meant for like 3 to 4-year-olds. It's not like that. This is premiering at 10 p.m. on a Sunday night, isn't it? Yeah, 10 p.m. on a Sunday night. What kid's gonna be up at 10 p.m. watching this on Sunday night? Oh, it's directed towards kids. Kids have school the next morning. How are they gonna be staying up? Little kids. If this is for little kids, like... But that's the argument everyone uses. Oh, it's terrible because it's for kids. Yeah, Danny, AMC A-list is great. I love it. It's honestly worth like every penny, mainly because of the fact that you can go see IMAX and Dolby. You can see whatever you want. It could be 3D. It doesn't matter. That's the thing that's so much better. Because I had Movie Pass back in the day before it went terrible, and you can only see normal 2D, non-IMAX stuff. But yeah, like, what happened to the good old days of kids' cartoons? Like, everyone's just trying to dumb everything down now. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, let's also talk about John Byrne possibly coming back to Marvel. Talk about that real quick. There's a picture of him and CB Cebulski out there also, like meeting at some con. This is in the article. Can we get a good comic book news site, by the way? Comic news sites, yeah, no extra charge for seeing IMAX and stuff. But like, that's why I'm also happy about Young Justice, because it's not a kid show that's dumbing stuff down. This is gonna get me copyrighted. Please, no, YouTube, stop! Freaking YouTube ad's gonna get my stream copyrighted because it played some stupid song in an ad. Damn it! Stream's gonna get copyrighted because of that. Please, no. Hopefully I was talking loudly enough over it. But yeah, John Byrne might be coming back to Marvel. And I think Marvel needs this because right now, Marvel doesn't have many heavy hitters that people will specifically buy comics for. Like, no, like, they don't have, like, DC has to where, oh, Scott Snyder's on that book, I don't care what character it is, I'll buy it. Jeff Johns on that book, doesn't matter what character, I'll buy it. Marvel doesn't really have that. They don't have Jonathan Hickman anymore, they don't have Bendis, even though Bendis kind of lost his touch on that, but still, John Byrne would be that guy. If they got John Byrne back. Yeah, Bounding Comics is better than most, but Bounding Comics still has the problem of you click on it and 1,000 pop-ups come up. It'll be like, hey, you want to email us? Hey, you want notifications? Hey, here's an ad. Comic sites are too aggressive with their advertisements trying to get you signed up for their email crap. Yeah, I hope Byrne saves X-Men too, especially since we're getting that Magneto story, I think in like October from Chris Claremont. Imagine they brought it back. Imagine that. Like if they brought John Byrne. Imagine if Marvel's like, hey, we've heard the complaints. Everyone's saying we suck right now. We're gonna bring back John Byrne, and we're gonna bring back Chris Claremont, and we'll hand them the X-Men and have them direct where they go from here. Everyone would go nuts. People would buy the crap out of those books. People would be so excited. Instead of being like I like Matthew Rosenberg, but he's not someone that I know. Let me do that. But he's not someone that people like. I liked his issue of Punisher and everything. He's cool. But he's not someone that people are gonna like specifically buy a comic because his name's on it. Not yet. I think in a few years maybe. Right now, not yet. He's like sort of becoming big currently. But Marvel Comics is John Byrne written. He helped write a lot of the early X-Men stuff, like Dark Phoenix, and his art is amazing. But he did like Dark Phoenix and stuff. He's done some amazing work. I love his art so much. It's so good. But he's a legend. And if they got him back, I think it would help Marvel a lot. Because again, they don't have those Scott Snyders or Jeff Johns. They don't have someone that you will specifically buy a book because their name's on it. They don't have it. You know, someone who I wish would come back, which I just read a book, but he's not going to because he's currently working for Netflix, is Mark Millar. I just got his Superman run. They because DC came out with a collection I think earlier this year or last year that showed it's a collection of every Superman story John Byrne's ever written besides Red Sun, but I already had that. This was before Red Sun because he didn't write a whole lot of Superman, but he wrote some, and so I bought that and I read it all last night. It's really good. Like some of it's okay, some of it's really confusing. Like there's a really weird alternate timeline story. What's up, Vigilante Reviews? There's an alternate timeline story to where Harvey Dent is Superman, except he's a different type of Superman. It's really weird. Like it has nothing to do with Superman but name. It is so odd. But I liked it. Has any of you guys read Mark Millar's Superman or this collection at all? Any of you guys read this? It's good. And you guys read it? Curious, because I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. There's one really interesting story that I enjoyed in here. I enjoyed multiple of them, but there's a Krypton storyline that was really cool where Superman's like dealing with some like antimatter explosion happens where he's helping Star Labs, and he gets like blasted into another dimension. And when he shows up to the Daily Planet as Clark Kent. Like, you know, he shows up and they're like, Clark, whoa, Clark Kent, what are you doing here now? And Clark's like, what? This is my job. Yeah, you're right, Say. They have Jason Aaron, but still, I don't think that compares as much to like a Scott Snyder or Jeff Johns, but yeah. But anyways, back on topic, Clark Kent shows up, everyone's like, Clark, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here? And Clark's like, what do you mean? It's my job. And everyone goes, you've been gone for a year. Like, we thought you died. You disappeared the same time Superman did. And then Jimmy Olsen's like, maybe he went off the crazy train like a lot of people did, you know, when Superman disappeared. And he's like, what are you talking about? And so he He's like, what's going on? He's like, I need to see my parents or something. And they're like, oh, Jonathan and Martha are dead. He's like, what? He's like, they died in a house fire. Superman's very distraught, very sad about what's going on. And then, out of nowhere, Laura shows up, his mother, Laura-El. She shows up. She's like, hey! And he's like, what? He's like, oh, you're supposed to be dead. She's like, oh, scan me, you know, look at my DNA and all that stuff. You'll see that we have the same DNA. We're related. I am your mother. So like, come back to Krypton with me. It turns out, it turns out that your father was able to save Kryptonopolis, which is funny. Because imagine if we had a city on Earth called Earthopolis. Like, I think that's funny whenever in comics or books they name a city after the planet. Like, where is there something like, welcome to Earthopolis, the capital of Earth. It's like, it's just not a thing, but that'd be funny. But yeah, Kryptonopolis is the place he saved, and they're like living on this rock of exploded Krypton, because they were the one place that was able to survive, sort of like Kandor, except they weren't shrunk. And she takes it back there, and Clark meets his father, and his father's like, you crazy witch, and he's like, what? And then she imprisons both. Superman and Jor-El, and Jor-El's like, yeah, my wife's gone crazy, and her plan is to kill everyone on Earth and take it for our own, so we can live there now and be gods under the yellow sun. Jor-El's like, I tried to stop her, but, you know, she's, like, overthrowing me and all this other stuff, and no one trusts me. What's up, Christopher? And so Superman and Jor-El are in prison, and Superman's just like, well, what about the Superman and Supergirl of this world? They'll certainly stop her. And she's like, nah. They had brain surgery done by one of our scientists, and they are now evil. And they are going to go and kill everyone on Earth. So she sends them to go kill everyone on Earth. Superman's like, what is going on? Then Laura reveals that she killed Jonathan and Martha Kent. It's like, it was easier to brainwash them once they killed their parents. It's like, oh, man. And so she does that. And then Superman is able to break out because Jor-El's the one that designed the prison, so he breaks them out of the prison. I am buying Ben Percy's Nightwing right now. It's currently probably my favorite DC book. But anyways, they break out of prison. He teleports Superman to Earth. Superman goes, he's fighting them. He gets them all on him. And then, boom, he goes, Jor-El down. Jor-El teleports him back to Krypton. They're like, what are you going to do? We'll just teleport back, you idiot. We'll just go straight back to Earth and kill everyone. And Jor-El's like, nah, dude, I'm going to use all the power from this teleporter to send that Superman back to his actual dimension and kill all of us in the process, because it'll take all the energy that's saving Krypton right now and blow us up. So he does that, and Superman's like, wait, no! Superman gets teleported back to his world. I'm talking about a story in here. But Superman gets teleported back to his world, and all of Krypton dies, and it was a really good storyline. I was like, holy crap, that was my favorite one out of all of them, was that storyline. Let me see if I can find the name of it. I'm pretty sure they have like a directory in here that tells you the name of each story. It was really good. It was just... I think it was Family Reunion? Yeah, I think Family Reunion was the name of it. Yeah, pretty sure it was Family Reunion. Part 1, Part 2. From Adventures of Superman 30 and Adventures of Superman 31. Let me search that up real quick. It's a really good story I think any Superman fan should read. Yeah. See if I can find that Comixology. Look at the preview page. Yeah, this is it. It's really good. Writers at Marvel, do you think could become big names like Scott Snyder? I think Matthew Rosenberg and Donny Cates are well on their way to becoming those big names that like people buy. It's just gonna take a little bit for them to have consistent good books on different characters, and then people will be like, okay. I think Matthew Rosenberg and Donny Cates are definitely guys that people like. People love Donny Cates' Venom run right now. If people can fall in love with Matthew Rosenberg's X-Men, his Punisher run, it'll definitely happen. Let's see. You read Mark Millar's Kick-Ass? No, I have not. I need to read more of Mark Millar's indie stuff. I haven't. A lot of people love it, but I have not had a chance to read a lot of it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Let's see, it was issue. Oh, went too far. This one was good though. This issue is good. This is also a Mark Millar story. This is where Oh, this was one of the first comics I ever bought. This one right here. I bought this and that comic that I've showed off before, which was the comic that has what's it called? That has Solomon Grundy stealing Superman's cape on the cover. I bought that and I bought this. First time I ever went to a comic shop. Goes like Superman on Apocalypse. That looks cool. It's just some random dude that like stole a mother box. Superman's chasing him. It's alright issue. This was cool. This is Superman doing like a billion different things. Like in the beginning of the issue, this kid's basically praying to Superman, like, I know you can hear me because you have super hearing. I know it's a long shot, but could you please find my dog? He went missing in a park. It shows Superman doing 1,000 different things during the day, like stopping some criminals, stopping a hijacking of a plane, taking a heart to a place where it can be a transplant, doing a million different things, and at the end of the day, he returns the kid's dog. And I was like, that's a good story. I liked it. But yeah, these were my favorite issues of this one. Yeah, this one gets transported. This one, evil Kryptonian. Yeah, Lex Luthor, because Superman had been gone for a year, and Lex Luthor became like everyone's favorite person. Like took Earth in a great direction, all that. The way they draw Superman, like in the animated series, is exaggerated. How giant? What is? Do we have an ad right now? Yeah, another ad. Don't get me copyrighted, YouTube. Yeah, I should have gotten a Spotify. I think like Inspired has Spotify. YouTube just wants me to get it. What's up, Dolden? Yeah, like the chest on Superman. Like, look at how ginormous this dude is. Like, it's always been exaggerated for Superman in the animated series, but in these comics, they do it to the nth degree. Like, it's insane. Yeah, Superman's Adventures is good. Yeah, I'm currently talking about the Mark Millar run. I read there were some non-Superman adventure stories in here also that I enjoyed. Like one about Lois talking about why she loves Superman and things that people don't understand about Superman that she understands considering she's married to him. Yeah, dude, Superman's hella thick in this. Yeah. But it was really good, and I was happy. It was a good collection. I was happy to read it because it sucks that Mark Millar does not write comics anymore because he's too busy. He's like the head of some Netflix division. Like, he's got a whole thing of Netflix that he's in charge of with shows, and so he's, like, got his hand full with that. Like, bringing stuff in, and then he's making tons of money just licensing all his indie stuff to people. Like, hey, you want to make this movie? Boom. Hey, you want to make Kingsman? Boom. And he just gives them the rights to it, and he makes tons of money from that. So he's, like, he's probably not going to write comics again for a long time, if ever. Yeah, I heard he wrote, like, an issue of Kick-Ass, but, like, I mean, like, consistently actually writing a series... He doesn't need to, so he's not going to. No, right now he did a bunch of indie books, but right now he's a Netflix guy. Like someone asked him about writing comics, he's like, I'm too busy with Netflix. I don't know what exactly he does for Netflix, but he's some like head of something. Shame though, because he's a great writer. I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him on some more comics. Like, he's, you know, obviously these are his IPs, but look, you know, Jeff Lemire's writing it. He wrote, like, one issue of, like, Kick-Ass, I think, or Hit Girl or something. I think Kick-Ass 2 he wrote, like, one issue of. But he's not going to consistently be writing stories. Everyone's heard of the Ligma joke, man. Yeah, that's true. That's Jeff Loeb's. Or that, but Jeff Loeb's had it rocky, everything was sun and all that. Yeah, I think the only other comic that I really want to talk about right now was the latest issue of Gideon Falls, because if you've been reading it, this is the issue where stuff happens, because this is the end of book 1. So in trade paperback, this is the final chapter of the first trade paperback, and we don't get another issue till I think like November. So we're taking a 2-month break from Gideon Falls, which sucks, but understandable. Stuff happens, man. They go to the barn. Like, people get stabbed and shot, and it's like, dang. Thoughts on the Hush movie? I'm excited, but it's very much, will DC do New 52 crap, or will they actually do an adaptation? Very hit or miss for me. Yeah, I agree. Mark Millar is definitely not a 100% consistent writer, but I think he's almost always very interesting. Like, the fact that he did Old Man Logan is enough to put him as a legend. Nevertheless, everything else he's done, like Red Son. But definitely Old Man Logan is my favorite from Mark Millar. obviously. My opinion on Bendis Action Comics. I didn't get to read the issue today because, like I said, I haven't made it to my comic shop. The only issue I've read today is Punisher because I bought it on Comixology because it's not on my pull list. So I'm like, he's not guaranteed to have an issue down there. I'll just buy it on Comixology and read it. But yeah, I haven't read anything else yet. But I'm trying to remember what happened in the last issue of Action Comics. But I haven't hated it like a lot of people have. I haven't loved it either. Like, his Man of Steel miniseries, I loved like the first 3 issues, and then it fell off a bit. Yeah. B-Day's coming up, cool. Happy early birthday, man. Yeah, I play Fortnite on Twitch occasionally. Did like a 2-minute stream yesterday because I had to leave to go somewhere. That's a treasure wife, you should be ashamed. Trash writer wife. I wish you would write more again. I really wish you would. Like, reading this made me really miss Mark Millar. I hadn't read him in forever. He's got so many. Let's go to his Amazon page. He's got so many like independent books. So many. I just look at all this. That's what I got. His Wolverine one was really good also. Where he went against that dude that could turn people to stone. I can't remember that guy's name, but he had the Medusa power. That was sick. Like, he was getting his absolute ass kicked until Superman like did the reflection off his claws and turned the dude to stone. That was a sick fight. I remember reading that in back issues. That was really cool. Superior I heard is really good. Nemesis I heard is really good. Day of Jupiter. I have not read Reborn. Reborn was back here, right? Is that Greg Capullo? It looks like Greg Capullo's art. It is Greg Capullo. Greg Capullo's got such... Wow. The art. Greg Capullo's so good. Him, and then you have, what's his name? Something Bogdanovic, the guy that's on Silencer. Victor Bogdanovic, I think his name is. Victor Bogdanovic? He looks just like Greg Capullo's art. I said it when I did my Action Comics review of the Superman Revenge, that he looks like he could be the brother of Greg Capullo with how his art is. Like, you look at his art, it looks a lot like Greg Capullo. Like, it looks so much like Greg Capullo in a good way. There's some artists that look very similar to each other, like name. But yeah, look at that. Look, it looks so good. It looks so good. It looks a lot like Greg Capullo. Like, if someone mistake that for Greg Capullo, I'd understand. I mentioned the Super Sons of Art. Oh yeah, I just read that the other day, right here. Freaking amazing! I love this book. It's one of the best books I've read in like the past couple months. Adventures of Super Sons #1 was so good. I loved it. Like, having Kid Lex Luthor and Joker and all them showing up. And prior to that, the banter, it felt, you know what it felt like to me? It felt like a pre-Rebirth, pre-New 52 book. It felt like a mid-2000s book in like the best way possible. Like, all the crazy stuff that was happening. I was like, this feels like a pre-52 book, and in the best way possible. I really enjoyed that. I was so happy about it. I love this book. In the beginning, when Rob is getting his ass kicked by that Superman statue, and he's like, "What's going on?" And Superboy's just eating popcorn. He's like, "Help me!" And he has the friggin' Superman statue punch Superboy. Yeah, Super Sons got canceled, but now they're bringing it back for a maxi series. The art's incredible too. The art for this. Let's see, pencils are Carlo Barbera. Yeah, I did that name perfectly. Say Carlo. Carlo did a great job. I really enjoyed Carlo's art. The setup is it's summer, and Jonathan Kent is going to spend the summer with Damian Wayne. They're gonna do superhero stuff. But then, like, an alternate universe version of Lex Luthor, Deadshot. Deadshot's freaking fat too. Like, Kid Deadshot's fat in this one. But Lex Luthor, Deadshot, Brainiac, Joker, Captain Cold, they all show up. And they're there to beat the crap out of the Super Sons. So writing for positive. Yeah, I agree. Tomasi's so good, dude. Like, he's so good. I'm so happy he's on this book. It sucks that he's off Superman, because that was my favorite book, him on Superman. And then it kicked off. But at least we got Adventures of Super Son. I would love to see them bring back the Superman Batman team up title with Peter De Tomasi behind it. That would be so good, please. Because he writes the kids amazing. I'd love to see how he writes the adults. Yeah, Hal Jordan got canceled, but they're having the Green Lantern from Grant Morrison, so that'd be interesting. Yeah, Gold Kryptonite, which that's what really also made it feel like a pre-New 52 book, because of the Gold Kryptonite part. That really made it feel like pre-New 52. I wonder how he'd do on Jonah Hex. Of course, I'm biased and I'm definitely just Justin Gray, Jimmy Palmiotti all the way. But I'd be down to see Peter De Tomasi on Jonah Hex. Be interesting. Detective Run, but like I really would, because that was one of the comics when I first got into comics, started going to my comic shop. There were a couple different bins that I'd visit at each time I went. There was Superman, X-Men, Superman, Batman, Deathstroke, G.I. Joe. Like Superman, Batman, I'd always visit that long box and I'd look and see if he had any new issues. Where do you get your bags and board from? He bags and boards at my comic shop every single comic, and I don't have to pay anything extra. Every single comic there that's like new, he bags and boards. Like every single comic that's not just in like the 50-cent box is bagged and boarded. So I'm happy about that. Oh damn it, don't get me. YouTube, I swear, is trying to get me copyrighted, putting this stupid copyright music in their commercials. But yeah, Peter De Tomasi, like seriously, DC, bring back Superman, Batman. I like how in New 52 they reversed it and called it Batman Superman. It's like, okay. The story had like 2 good arcs, that series in New 52, the Batman Superman run. It's just the relationship wasn't as good between Batman and Superman in that. You didn't feel like they were best friends like they do in others in pre-New 52, like with Jeff Loeb writing. So I'd love to see Peter J. Tomasi on that. Like if Peter J. Tomasi did that, if they brought back Superman, Batman. You know how good that would be? You know how excited everyone would be? You know, I know how excited I'd be. Superman Batman team up book. Thanks, friend. But yeah, it's just... It sucks that they don't really do it, that the Superman Batman relationship isn't exactly there anymore. That's what's cool about Damian and Jonathan Kent, because they have that legitimate relationship now to where... What's up, Justin? To where like Superman and Batman don't necessarily have the relationship, because you have like pre-New 52 Superman mixed with New 52 Superman, because the Superman Reborn that happened. Then you have like New 52 Batman, and they're sort of ish friends but not, and it's weird. Thoughts on Heroes in Crisis? Is it out yet? I don't think it's out yet, right? The concept's kind of eh. The whole superhero shooting is kind of stupid, but we'll see. I don't want to prejudge it. I'm not that excited for it, but Clayman's art is fantastic, so that's what I'm happy about. Clayman is such a good penciler. Like, I really love his art. Is that Superman Revenge cover? Look at how good his art is. Ah! Look at how good that is. I really love Clayman's art. Friggin' draws a thick Zod. Zod hella thick. Clayman draws arguably the thickest Zod there is. Wonder Woman doesn't even compare to a Zod. How thick as Zod is. And there's Jason Fabok. Jason Fabok's amazing also. Jason Fabok's on... What's Jason Fabok? Oh, he's on the 3 Jokers. That's the big thing he's on next. He's got a YouTube channel. That's pretty cool. Like showing he's been showing off like how you make action figures with DC. Well, New 52 Superman has merged with pre-New 52 Superman, so there's no way to bring them back. They like became one, which is stupid. Doesn't Gold K take away Kryptonian powers? So how does Gold K affect John Survive for this man? That's what we don't know. That's what's gonna be interesting, because of the fact that he's half Kryptonian, half human. So we don't exactly know how it's going to affect him. That's the thing. We don't know how anything necessarily affects Jonathan compared to Clark, because he's not 100% Kryptonian. Some Fate box art's so good. Look at this. I'm hoping the story's good with Geoff John. It's still, I hate the fact they made it Black Label though, because they clearly made it Black Label just to go, hey guys, Black Label's a thing. You should buy our Black Label books, because they're like, oh, it's Black Label, which is a non-canon label, but the book's gonna affect the whole universe and is canon. Like what? I've read Kingdom Come. I haven't read New Frontier. It'll be interesting. And then speaking of Black Label, we got the Batman Damned preview, which looks good, with what's his name? What's his name? Wait, no, this ain't the preview. Wait, preview? No, it's not. What's preview? Or at least it was on the back of one of the books. Show me the preview, damn it! Where the preview is. Whatever. Lee Barrymore is the guy that does the art. Yeah, 3 Jokers is gonna be really weird, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I've heard of Boom Comics. I heard their like Kyle Higgins, the head of their Power Ranger stuff, which I heard is really good. Yeah, I wish Black Label would be all trade stuff. How cool would that be if they started a label that was all just trades? It comes out and it's a trade. That would be cool. That'll be interesting with Batman year Superman year 1 with Frank Miller. At least it's Black Label. I like Jonathan Kent better than Connor Kent. Yeah, like Earth 1, exactly. I think it'd be cool. Because Earth 1, like, DC does Earth 1 stuff, but like they're not very public about it. They're just kind of like, hey, Green Lantern Earth 1 book's coming out now. And it's like a month later it comes out. Like, hey, we're sort of working on Superman Earth 1 Volume 4. I wish they had done that with Black Label, though. I think that could be interesting. At least, I really like the way DC runs things, though, compared to Marvel. Marvel is very much, like, not as... Like, if you go to DC's timeline, look at this. Look at how much they're just promoting everything they're doing. They're like, hey, we got this comic show going on. Hey, we got this comic coming out. Hey, we got this TV show going on. Hey, there's a sale on Comixology for The Flash. You got a Marvel. As much as Marvel's killing it in the comics, you go to their page and it's like the word. Here's Sebastian Stan playing the Emoji Game. At least they're promoting some comics. Promoting some backpack. Who is Patriot? From someone like... What? That was a big twist that I won't reveal what happened in Punisher today, but if you read the Punisher, something happens with Mandarin and it's pretty insane. Yeah, it's... Marvel's just not as like streamlined. Like, here's some dog treats. Comics and Coco. You go to DC, it's like, look at all this stuff we have going on. Especially, you can really tell if you go to their sites. Like, DC, it's so much easier to find things. Look, there's a Flash sale. Want to get into Flash? Go read Flash. We got DC Black Label going on. A new label for us. Heroes in Crisis, a biggest event. Featured DC Universe. We got a new streaming service for you guys. Got a new Justice League story going on. Doomsday Clock's a pretty big thing. DC Metals just happened. Oh, you want to know what comics are coming out? Boom. Click comics. Here's the comics that came out this week from DC. You go to Marvel. If it'll ever load, because it's a cluttered mess. Oh my gosh, don't copyright me, YouTube. There we go. Marvel won't even load. Marvel. Marvel won't even load because there's so much crap on their website. Oh, there we go. We go to Marvel. Read comics. Wait, did they redo their site? They actually do it? They actually do it good now? Oh snap, they actually did better now. Before it used to be a pain in the ass to find out what Marvel Comics came out this week. Now they got it. Marvel actually did something different. I can't wait to read Old Man Hawkeye. Already read that. Can't wait to read the new issue of Old Man Hawkeye and Sentry. Darth Vader I'm also gonna read. Those are on my pull list. Like, out of what's here, this is on my pull list, this is on my pull list. Darth Vader's also. I want to read I think this is like the last issue of Old Man Hawkeye. We're getting close. I mean, Old Man Logan, so we're getting close. Marvel actually redid their site. Good for them. It's much cleaner now. It used to be terrible. They're catching up with DC in that. I forgot Snagglepuss has his own comic of Snagglepuss. Yeah, they redid it completely. Like, it used to be so bad. Silencer, Terrifics. Yeah, Action Comics I gotta read. I don't think that many DC comics came out this week that I'm like... Yeah, I think it's just Action Comics is the only one. Like, if they have Detective Comics, I'll check it out. I read the first issue of Justice League Dark and I liked it, but I'm not gonna like add it to my pull list. I think this week, that's the only one that's on my... See if we just go to Comixology. That's the only one that's on my pull list for this week is Action Comics. West Coast Avengers? Haven't read it. West Coast Avengers. It looks... eh. Let's see. Yeah, I already got Punisher. Let's like read. Talking about comics. Cool. I can do cool. Anything in here? What's going on with this? This is weird. This Death of Superman thing. I don't even know what this is. Like, it's New 52 Superman and the art looks weird. Like, look at that. I'm so confused. It's weird. It's got Louise Simonson though, but like, so weird. Darth Vader, I said that. Action Comics. Oh wow, Day of Hate. That looks super non-political and very fun. Look at this. Day of Hate. America's so hateful. Bald Eagle. That art looks just atrocious. What is this dude's head doing? Why is he like... It's not like... Daredevil. Charles Soule still on Daredevil? He is! I really enjoy his Daredevil run. I need to pick up volume 3. I have the first 2 volumes. Let's see. Anything else in here? I'm not all head over heels for Silencer like everyone else is. Like, it's not a bad book. It's just not my favorite. Deadly Class, I need to pick up volume 2 of that still. Sexy Criminal. Lockjaw has his own book. Deadpool joined. Very modern comedian ever, yep. Captain America book so far? I have not read the new Captain America book from, what's his name? Dakotas or whatever. Sentry's been pretty good though. I'm excited about that new issue. The first 2 issues I enjoyed. Let's see. Yeah, there's some... I can't wait to read Old Man Hawkeye though, because it's one of my favorite books out right now. Volume 7 now. Yeah, I've only read the first 2 volumes. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, Captain America. I have not read. I heard it's not very good though. Yeah, everyone freaked out over this cover, which was pretty stupid. I even posted something about it. Like, it just looks like he has no regard for the flag whatsoever. Like, that's what's insane about it. Because, you know, someone like Captain America should know the importance of the flag, and it looks like he has no regard. Like, Cap could care less. Nuke, yeah. I like the art on the inside though. Interiors are good. How do you pronounce that? Say Francis. Yeah, I saw the Daredevil season 3 leaked pic. America 1. Is it a different guy in interiors? No, it's still the same guy. It doesn't look different. I haven't read it. Have any of you guys read Captain America? If so, what do you think? Don't Rico sucks so much. Well, that answers that. Like I said, I've heard ow people saying it's not very good. My cat just left me. It hurt. Any opinion on Amazing Spider-Man Nick Spencer? Have not read it, but I'm not a fan of Nick Spencer. But I heard it's alright. I saw Flash Newcastle on TV show. It looks alright. He likely doesn't even remember drawing the cover. True. I just think it's something stupid because, like, Superman should know better. I posted on Twitter about it. I mean, not Superman, Captain America. Captain America should know better. I posted about it because this, I just bought the first 2 volumes of this. I'm gonna read it because Scooby-Doo Apocalypse got me messed up, man. I have no clue what's going on. Like, this is Scrappy Doo right here. He just killed some aliens or something. I don't know. Can we just talk about how cool Bearded Nightcrawler looks though? And the fact that he got jacked. Bearded Nightcrawler looks sick. The direct sequel to Secret Empire? That doesn't sound good. Yeah, here's what I was talking about. That Alex Ross needs to take some notes from Jim Lee. Lee is Superman stopping a war-torn flag from touching the ground, even though it's already battle-scarred. Meanwhile, Ross cover shows Cap as if he doesn't have any respect for the flag he's holding. That's what it looks like. Look at this. This flag's already been, like, torn to shreds, and Superman's like, nope, not gonna let it touch the ground, I'm saving it. Cap's just like, do you want me to hold it like this, or how do I... It doesn't look good. It's just stupid. But, yeah. How many volumes in is Scooby Apocalypse? I bought the first 2 volumes, but I think it's like 3 or 4 volumes in. Apocalypse. Beginning Superman, Clark Kent, Lois Lane on Supergirl. I saw that. Yeah, we're 3 volumes in because we're not in September yet. So we're about to be 4 volumes into Scooby Apocalypse. I bought the first 2. I bought the first 2 volumes, but we're 3 volumes in currently. It's nuts, dude. Like, I'm a hardcore Scooby-Doo fan, so I was like, I gotta check it out. I'm gonna do a video on it. It'll be fun. It's nuts. I feel like this might be one of those books that, like, without the Scooby-Doo IP, it would have been better. Like, there was no reason to bring the Scooby IP into it. Just make it an original, like, apocalyptic book. If you chose to make a comic book series, what would your story and hero be? I think a Lex Luthor book could be interesting. Like, maybe writing something for Lex. Like, writing an alternate storyline where Superman never happened and seeing how much Lex blossoms and what Lex does. I think that would maybe be my pitch for if I wrote a comic. I think that would be cool. Just seeing a universe. It's probably been done. And there are times where Superman's disappeared and we've seen what he's done and stuff. But I think it would be cool to just see a universe without Superman, but everything else is the exact same except for Superman, and see how that affects Lex. See that from Lex Luthor's perspective. I think that could be cool. Honestly, I like Alex Ross, but I think he's a bit overrated. Like, some of his stuff is amazing. I remember when I did my top 10 artists video, everyone was like, where's Alex Ross? I'm like, some of the people he just draws, like, out of shape, like, fattish type people for whatever reason when they're supposed to be superheroes. Like, some of his stuff's amazing, then some of it's just like, no. Like, this is really good looking. But I don't think that Wonder Woman's that good. Like, honestly, that Wonder Woman was kind of plain. Like, it's not bad. Captain America, despite the stupid flag thing, Captain America looks great there. I really like that cover. That one's cool. Doctor Strange looks cool. That one looks alright. It's just the same stuff. Like this, I don't think this looks good. Superman looks like the most out of shape person you've ever seen. So I don't think that Spider-Man looks too great. Like, it looks really plain and like crappy costumes. And I don't think this looks good. It's not terrible, but I don't think this looks good. I don't think this looks like up to par with like something Jim Lee a deal. Like if you contrast this, like look at these interiors. They're not bad. They're just it's not that amazing. We're just on, so I've never heard this song. If we go to see, where's some interiors? That Master Chief looks so sick. Like, look at how good Jim Lee's pencils are. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think Alex Ross compares to Jim Lee. Or a bunch of different other artists for that reason. I don't think he compares to Jim Lee. I don't think he compares to Ethan Van Sciver. I think there's a lot of artists out there that are better than Jim Lee. I don't think he compares to Jason Fabok. I think he's a good artist, but I think he's overrated purely because he does like painting style art and everyone's like, oh wow, look how realistic it looks. I don't think realistic looks great. Like, look at how good this is. Continuity heavy series that involves the universe are easy to read, almost anime movie style. I think it would be better if they were in there, like, oh my gosh, YouTube, don't freaking stop playing copyrighted music, YouTube, in your ads. But if they did Superman Batman, I want it to be more like the Prelude 2 series where they were in continuity, but they were in their own space. Like, it was their own time, basically. Like, it wasn't connected to everything else. You don't need tie-ins with everything. Like, Public Enemies happens at a different time from everything else and stuff like that. I don't want it to be continuity heavy. I want it to happen. I want it to be canon, but I don't want it to be continuity heavy. It shouldn't be that. I want Peter J. Tomasi on it. And artists, like, whoever you want. I think, obviously, Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason work really well together. So that'd be good. But yeah, that's what I would want. But anything else you guys want to say? I'm about to end the stream, so anything you guys want to talk about real quick? Or questions you have for in the stream? This is really fun. I miss comic streams. I think it's more fun to sort of like just randomly shoot it instead of just, before I would like pick a comic, be like, let's all talk about this, but then no one read the comic and it was just me like talking for 10 minutes and getting distracted. For this, like just going through a bunch of different comics, talking about random stuff, I think was more fun. It was better. But anything you guys have to say? Well, the continuity heavy books can be good. I'm just saying that I think for a Superman Batman book, it would work better if they were in canon but in their own time. Like, things happen whenever it's not connected to other stuff. I think it's Golden Flash. Anime, movie, or series with Jonathan Samuel. Huh? I'd be down for a Super Sons movie. I mean, they love Damian Wayne so much, why not? Start your Indiegogo for your own book. I'm not gonna do that. I've never written anything before. Be very amateur. I don't have an artist or anything. It's just, I don't have the time for it either right now. Dude, they're talking that on Daredevil Season 3. Maybe. I need to rewatch Season 1 and 2 before Season 3 comes out. Version of Superboy was better, 90s or today's version. I like Jonathan Kent better than any version of Superboy we've ever had. Also, Return of Fantastic Four. I don't really care. I've never been a big Fantastic Four fan. Stick figure art. I can do stick figure art too. I'll ink my. Anyone want to ink my stick figure art? I need an inker. Could you imagine that, hiring like some professional inker and colorer, like colorist, like paying them big bucks and you send them like stick figure art? They're like, what the hell do you want me to do with this? The Rams Superman animated series. Yeah, I saw that. Batman CW thoughts. I just don't care about anything CW. I don't care. It was stupid that I saw a bunch of SJWs going after what's her name, chick that plays Ruby Rose, because they're like, she's not Jewish enough. Like, oh my gosh. Then if they got a Jewish person, they'd be like, she's not a lesbian. Like, what? Like, God, people are freaking out so much. Like, so mad. And that's what I don't get, is why go after the actress? If you're mad about her, like, not being Jewish enough, go after the people behind the show and be like, hey, you should cast someone else. Instead of, like, going after the direct person, be like, oh, it's your fault. It's like, no. Like, when I'm mad about someone playing a character, I think they're not a right fit. I don't hate that person for it. It's the people behind it that make the stupid decision. Destro Volume 4? Yeah, I think so. I think I read Volume 4. Let me see. I can't remember the volumes, honestly. Yeah, I did. I read volume 4. I already have volume 4. So yeah, and I'm currently reading Batman vs. Deathstroke, which the last issue was such a cop-out. Oh, they both knocked each other out. I'll do a video on that, I promise. This makes me so mad. Gutlessness. Ugh. Ready for summer again, yeah. They pay on Young Justice Season 3. Can't wait. I'm excited to have an animated show that's not aimed at just absolute stupid people and toddlers. I'm happy about that. Happy to have an animated show that's actually good that can be for everyone. Like Disney, where they're like, no, we're just gonna aim everyone at people with an IQ of 0. It's like, kids aren't that stupid, man. You gotta realize that. There are really good kid shows that are smart. Kids can figure stuff out. Don't treat them like idiots. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the stream. Thanks to everyone who showed up. I'll maybe do one of these next week. This was fun. I'll try to have more videos out now that I got my editing software and everything figured out, because that was stressing me out and annoying me so much. But now I got that figured out. We're good. Gucci. So yeah, I'll try to have some videos up, and I have a video actually on my second channel right now. You know, we could all watch it. Before I end the stream, we could all watch my second channel video. Hey, look who's live. Everyone's favorite streamer, me. We could watch my second channel video together on my stream. As posted, look at that, 29, hold 29 views. You know what annoyed me? I upload it in 60 FPS, but it's at just 1080p, not 60 FPS. That makes me mad. They rendered it, but I actually canceled out like before it was done processing. So that annoyed me. I would have to make my camera down here though. Like, hello, look how small I am now. Could watch this. Are you guys down? You guys want to watch my second channel video with me? Let's do it. Let's do it. Watch Logan Paul now. Turn off the music. Turn this up. I think everything's good. We good? I'll be down here. Let's do it. Okay.
There's an M16. I'll leave that for you.
Oh yeah, naked.
My first reaction video.
You should leave the M16. You just left the ammo, you fucker.
I didn't. I thought I did drop it. I saw it. No, I dropped it, Mike.
I'll leave this for you.
I thought I did.
I hit him. Hit him again. Hit him again.
Where is? Oh, I see him now.
I don't see him. Oh, I see him. Tagged him. Tagged him again. Tagged him again. Downed him. Just in the video in chat. Down southeast.
Still more people.
So
there's another guy a little bit farther.
And give this video a like, you know.
Right?
Him, it's your job to make sure Mike doesn't die.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Building in between us. Building in between us.
Okay, my guy died.
No,
Him and
I
Mike
killed
are
him.
just such a great combo.
Me and you, James. Guy in
I killed two. I killed two.
Yeah, they all died. Everyone's dead because my guy
Mike
died. Right, because I used Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon soundtrack.
That's an SLR.
The gun I have now. That's my favorite part of the video.
Give me.
It's about to happen.
Is somebody
I gave it to you that one
with...
time and it was
Jesus.
a mistake.
There's a body outside. Somebody's still looting this one with me.
Hey, stop looting everything.
God,
No.
Oh my god! I'm gonna fucking shoot whoever's with me. Stop it! Tell me when you're almost dead and I'll fucking pick you up.
I dropped it, him.
Was so irritating.
I like all of a sudden have an AK. I'm like, what the fuck?
So for those who don't play PUBG, what happened was we just took out a squad, me and James, and then we all went to loot them. And Himps and Mike were on the same body. And when you take the loot, like you see the loot right there, it shows the vicinity. It'll put different loot in its place, and it'll disperse. And Mike was just looting everything, so Himps wasn't able to, even though Himps was there first. And he got so, like, just frustrated with him, he just shot him in the head so he could loot in peace. It was so great. Mike didn't stop laughing for like 10 minutes after this.
Daddy, you suck.
Okay, here, I'm dropping 4 times and a comp right here if anyone wants it. Himps, it's your job to make sure Mike doesn't die.
Or something.
I had a level 2, but when looting
Shot
with
him.
Mike, somehow I lost it. Because I went to go pick up something, and all of a sudden it made me pick up a vest.
Mike was so happy.
fuck.
It's like the happiest Mike has been since before he got Ariel pregnant. Oh, yeah.
As soon as he dropped the SLR, I saw my opportunity.
I didn't pick it up though.
Yeah, it's Mike.
I
It's
picked
another
up something
SLR.
else, but no, I picked up I went to go pick up something, and it moved the loot, and I picked up my AK, and it dropped the SLR. I already had the SLR.
Mike had sex
I
for a
know.
long time.
Yeah. When you dropped it, I picked it up.
I know. Fine, so I
Let
picked
her
up
play
something
your
else.
iPad. It's fine.
It's not
It's
fine.
not fine.
Poor Mike.
She said that before he even said it's fine. Like right when he was about to. She's heard this whole spiel before. It's not fine. I have to go to these houses and hope no one's here so I can pick up my freaking pizza roll. Yeah, I get Superman Red Rebirth, the Dan Jurgens story. It's
Pizza
really good.
roll?
Pizza
Rolls,
rolls.
Did you bring enough to share?
No.
Oh no, there goes my fish. Can you at least pull it out? Pull out, Robert. Everybody, pull out Mike.
Is what you heard in your head. As you were talking, just alarms going off. Pull out! Pull out! But I
Well,
over this
Mike
hill in front of
didn't
us,
pull out
James,
in
there were at
time.
least 2 dudes.
Okay. There's footsteps behind me.
See you walk.
Well,
Here it comes, here it comes.
we're not with you, James. Watch out.
Flying for what?
These guys gotta be looking over here now.
Oh shit, there he is.
Hold up, maybe we can get to James, maybe?
Oh, he's down at the bottom of the rock. Bottom of the rocks right next to me. Bottom of the rocks right next
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
I saw him. I'm trying to smoke you.
James,
Yeah,
just
killed him,
stick
killed
with This.
Oh, there's another guy?
Yeah, there's like 2 teams over here. Just run. Close.
Killed the other guy
Close to
too.
me
Okay, I'm getting James, cover me.
Go, go, go.
Got you, James. No one
Mike's
left
wife in the
behind.
background is yelling.
I'm getting stronger.
Spark might get me caught up ready. Far Cry 3
My
Dead
dad's landing
Dragon
with me.
something.
Please.
I'm going here. No gun. No,
God.
Mike.
How did you miss all those?
No,
They're
what
behind me.
I don't know. It was on his head though.
Went straight through his head.
James, you gotta start
Yeah.
landing with us. Oh. One down, one. He's dead.
I hear footsteps by us.
Yeah, out right outside. Straight ahead of you.
Killed another. These guys are all dead, but there's another guy
Where
that's
their
dead.
teammate?
If his teammate comes. Oh, his teammate's right here. Let me aim in. He's dead. It wouldn't let me aim in at first. It
See
made me
ya,
so
Wackadoo.
mad. Oh. Downed him, downed him. There's a guy northwest. Downed him too.
That dragon has such a good sound.
Yo, Rubber got timed up from your chat.
By me.
Yeah.
Downed him also.
Inception.
So 3 are down.
Dead,
Yep, all my guys died. Let's go! I am
Black
the
Ops 1 is
best.
so good.
Dylan Rubber got timed up from your chat.
Bitch asses don't know I can access the Discord though.
Move him out of the channel.
But now he can't share it with the world. Oh yeah, he can.
Down one. Gotta heal up. He had a level 3 vest too, so I'm glad I got that headshot.
Ugh. Yeah, that was when you ban Robert. Everyone's leaving, so I think I'll just end the stream here. If you guys want to watch the full video, you know, give a like or anything. There's the link to it. I'll try to do one of these streams maybe next week. We'll see. Definitely have a video up next week. But yeah, thanks to everyone. Shut up, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.